Often there are games you barely give a passing glance towards, which then go on to be better than expected. I've been playing Terminator Resistance, which is definitely a welcome surprise. If I was only to look at the Metacritic scores, then you'd imagine this is a terrible game, worthy of only the bargain bin. However, I don't think those scores are all that fair. I'm thoroughly enjoying the game and feel the atmospherics are pretty much bang on. Maybe the graphics don't match the might of AAA titles, but I do feel they are good overall and offer an especially close representation of the future war that James Cameron presented to us in the first two movies. There's the odd animation glitch here and there, and there are a few irritating UI problems. However, there's no issues I came across that are game-breaking. I do feel, having finished the game and after reading some mainstream reviews, that the critics have been a little unfair here. Story-wise, there's a really interesting concept of the Annihilation Line, Skynet's ever-approaching robot army which leaves only total destruction in its wake. It all nicely ties into the first two movies and has some interesting moments. It's a fairly engaging story overall, but it's not winning any awards for great cinema. The T-800 Terminators can only be dealt with once you have appropriate weapons, and there's some early sections where they did kinda creep me out. Nothing on the level of Alien Isolation, instead they very much act like robots in terms of AI, which is somewhat fitting. But they can be a little bit poor in their pathfinding routines and would be an area that would welcome considerable improvement. Eventually you'll get some more powerful guns and explosives, which turns the tide and makes them way too easy to mow down. This kinda kills the atmosphere of the game. There are elements of the Bethesda Fallout games in here, but this is still mostly a linear game with some Fallout-styled exploration and the occasional side quest thrown in. In true Fallout style, there's lockpicking, scavenging, crafting, and a hacking game. There's a few dialogue choices within the game that affect the end story, but only in relatively minor ways, and only in respect to the outcome of certain characters. However, the gameplay itself is largely standard FPS in nature. You'll find an array of Terminator classifications and some variants that I believe are new to the overall lore. Terminator Resistance isn't an amazing game or groundbreaking in any way, but I definitely found myself investing and I thoroughly enjoyed playing it. Scout around to see if you can gain this at a decent price, don't dismiss as I initially did, and you may find yourself enjoying it. Let me know your thoughts on the game, have you played it, and if so, what were your overall impressions? And as always, if you like what you've heard, a like, follow or share is very much appreciated, and I hope to see you again soon.